Hi guys, from the forums and Facebook it seems a lot of people are having trouble connecting the Oculus DK2 units to work properly. You know, I've had a lot of problems myself and I think I've gotten through most of the issues, so I'm creating this video just to help you along. I'm going to start from the beginning, tell you about any errors I can remember running into, and hopefully you can get through it as well. So first of all, you're going to go to the NOLO GitHub, just go to Google, just type in NOLO GitHub, it should hopefully be the first one there. Just click that. I'm going to go to NOLO Others, and then you want the NOLO Oculus Steamvr folder there. Now the problem is you want this folder, but there's no option here to download. And just click back, and what you're going to want to do is clone or download the entire thing basically, and download zip file. Okay, that's going to take a little while to download. Okay, so that's done. I think I clicked it twice, that's why it was doing that. Go to the folder. I've already downloaded it once, so mine have one, but I'll just redo it all and extract it all. Okay. And what's the right one? What am I doing? Sorry. So there you go, right at the top. So there you go. Well, there's masters. And then make sure you don't go into the OSVR. There's Steam on there. So there's everything there. You might want to keep this open because you want to follow these instructions. So first of all, download the HDK Windows installer. There it is. Download. It's not working. Would be nice if the link works. Oh, there we go. I had to open a new tab before I did even do it. I've already got that installed, but just to show you. Yeah. So you can just click that to run it. And I already have it. Let's just click yes just to override it for everybody. That way I'm starting. Just leave all that. Install. Okay. Okay, so there we're done. We don't need to do anything. You don't really need to read that. Just press finish. Go back. Then install NOLO driver for Windows. So just open that in a new tab. Now, if you don't know whereabouts this is, again, just go to the NOLO GitHub main page, NOLO driver for Windows, and NOLO VR, and you want this one here, and then download. And that'll download the file there. Now hopefully with 0.8, I'll have an auto update feature. So this is actually 0.7 at the moment. So install that. So let's just repair it. So I already have it installed. Close. So okay, that's done. Close that window down. Back here, we've already downloaded that from the GitHub. So now you want to copy the files across. So go back to the OSVR folder, and you want to copy. Let's make this smaller so you can read it and copy at the same time. So open up another Explorer file there, and you're going to go to C drive. Here's this one here, then HDK suite, then here OSVR bin, so the OSVR core, bin, then OSVR plugins 0 folder. this one first. So I copied all the JSON files. So that's going to be this, this, and this. Control C if for the shortcut, or right click copy if you're not computer literate. And we've got bin folder. Control V, or you can just right click paste. Then you're going to replace all these files. Okay. Next one is this jnourish openHDL file, blah blah blah. Right click, copy, and this one goes to the OSVR bin, plugin, sorry. Then again, right click, paste. It might not be there, so it'll just paste it, but because mine's already there, I want to replace it. And then I'm going to go into the OSVR driver folder and copy all. It says DLL, but on the videos it says copy all, so copy all of these and go back, and we want to go into the OSVR Steamvr folder there, into the OSVR bin Windows 64 folder. Again, right click, paste, replace all those. Let's go back here, Steamvr settings folder, copy that, back again, and then we're going to go to our Steam installation. So this actually depends where you've installed it. I've installed it on a separate hard drive. So you're going to go to your Steam installation folder. It might be in C drive, you never know, and config. And if you scroll back down, you might not see these, it might just say Steamvr. Just right click, paste, place it. Ignore that one, that's just a backup one I've made there. So that's it. That's all the files you need to copy. Now here's where most people run into a problem. Connect your Oculus DK. I'm just going to go onto my phone because I'm going to have to redo this another way. So back in a second in the video 2. That's right, you're going to see a lot of mess on my desk because I never clean it up. Okay, so here's my Oculus DK2. Put the light on there just to brighten things up. As you can see, you need a HDMI connection port. So I've actually got a 1070 card, VGAs. If you look at the back, those two at the left are blocked off so I don't get any dust on them, but they're display ports. We have the one HDMI port there and another display port. So unfortunately I only have one HDMI port, and the next thing is that obviously you have a monitor, or two. You probably only have the one, and that's, you know, it's going to be like this. There you go, go buy HDMI port because your monitor's connected to it. Now you can get adapters. Here's active adapter apparently. The problem with the DK2 is you need a passive one. Now I think I did buy this. I think it's, the person says it's from Dell, a Dell branded thing. It has this logo on here to say it supports DisplayPort++, and I think it is a passive cable, but it doesn't seem to work on my PC. So my guess is that these display ports are not D++, because if they were, there would be like a symbol saying so next to them, but none of them do. So I don't think any of them are DP++ compatible, so you cannot use a display passive connector adapter, so you're stuck. You basically have to put your DK2 directly into that port, However, all's not lost. You can still use your active port there. Remove your monitor, stick your monitor in there, and then you've got the HDMI port free for your DK2. Now I'm just going to show you another thing for people who think they can just stick their DK2 straight into an active one. So this is a problem most people are coming up with, is that your DK2 must be connected to directly. So your DK2 has to appear as a monitor, and you go to display settings. So, alright, so yeah, I'm not good at editing things. I don't really script these things, I'm just doing it on the fly. So sorry if it's a bit confusing or muddled or jumps from one thing to another. So as I said before, you need to have your DK2 connected directly to the HDMI port on your graphics card. If you use an adapter, and then go to your desktop, right click and go to display settings, there's two monitors. However, as you saw in the I actually have two monitors on my PC. So there's my first monitor and there's my second monitor. Thing is that the DK2 needs to appear here as well as a third monitor. So because it's connected via the active adapter, it does not work. And even with, so let's just stick in my other DP++ adapter. So even with that, because it looks like EVGA have skimped out on these ports. Come on. So that's my DP++ port adapter connected, and still need to power up the device. That would be helpful, but still there's nothing there at all. We can refresh it, wait a few seconds if we want. Detect, so you see, still will not detect another display port. So I'm just going to cut there because this recording seems to stop when I take out a monitor. So I'll be back in a second. I've connected my HDMI monitor to my DisplayPort adapter because doesn't need to be passive, and so now my monitor is connected. I can now connect my DK2 directly to the DisplayPort on my graphics card. I'll just do that now. Oh, hang on, let me just show you the display settings. So again, 1, 2, doesn't matter which order this is in, as long as your monitors are in the way they're detected. So let's power on the DK2. Now you might get this connecting and disconnecting sensation in a second. Come on. So the problem I've had is it won't always connect. You have to fiddle with the wires sometimes. Disconnect that. There we go, orange lights on DK2 now. Okay, so it's not actually doing the beeps. Okay, never mind that. Okay, so there's nothing there at the moment. So let's start up our OSVR server, so we have that connected. Now the very first time you do this, do not go directly to start server. You need to go here, HDK configuration, options. You can get rid of that. You don't need it inverted. And go to custom, and then go to, this is the one that you just copied over, then reselect that one. Yes, there you go. And then you go to Steam, open up Steam, go to your games list, because you know you're playing VR games, just go straight to VR, straight to the bottom. Now you want the beta version, so go to properties, betas. When it's first there, it'll say none. You want to select beta, close, then that'll do a new download. Once that's done, just click play. Yeah. Okay, I've actually not done something right there, because, well, I wanted to show you this anyway. So this is a reason why you want all monitors to be here, because if you don't, let's just start my phone. So there you see, there's no monitors there. If you don't, it'll appear on your second monitor, and you don't want it to appear on your second monitor, you want it to appear on your DK2 here, and because it's not connected, it's not working at the moment. So let me remember how to fix this. Okay, so there we are. Just remembered one thing I forgot to do. Okay, so when you first plug in, this might happen the first time you plug it in. This happens. Okay, never mind. There we go. So you might get this where the Oculus will connect and disconnect. I'll just show you on the camera. You can see the blue screen. So I haven't taken the films off this, can't bother at the moment. It just turns on and off all the time. Don't worry about that, that's just because the OSVR server's not started. So let me just redo that again. Okay, so again, you'll get this where the Oculus will just turn on and off. You can see the blue screen there, hopefully. Let's just turn it. It's just flashing on and off. Never mind that. Okay, so next thing is you've plugged in your Oculus DK2. As you saw before, I forgot this thing to do. I've just realised what you need to do. So nothing's happened. If you're looking, you've connected it, you've connected the USB for power. The orange light was on at the top of the DK2, but now it's off. It might be flashing. Don't know what's going on. Now what you need to do is start the OSVR server. Now that you've installed it, you'll have the OSVR icon here in your taskbar. Right click it. First thing you want to do here is go to options. No. Move that to the left here so you can see it. So what you want to do is go to options. Like I said, you want to uncheck that, you don't need that inverted. Go to custom. Then at the bottom, OSVR server config.json. Now this is to replace the original one. I mean, you've copied it over, but you need to tell it to reuse this one. So there, let's start the server. Still, nothing's happening at all. Your DK2 is not on. So let's go back here, stop the server. Back here, right click, you want to select enable extended mode. And then start the server again. And there you go. I'll just show you on the DK2 on the camera. You can see a blue screen. That's basically your Windows desktop screen. Oh, yeah, so there. I need to just press record. So there you can see the blue screen through the eye lenses. That's your desktop screen, and that's what you want. Your DK2 is now connected, and now if you go to display settings, there we go, we have 3. So if you click identify, this monitor is the 3rd one, my other one's number 2, which means number 1 is the Oculus DK2. Now you might find that your DK2 is here, you might find it here. Now what you want it to do is find your main monitor. Click that one there. It already says this is my main monitor. If you go to number 2, it's unchecked. If you go to number 1, it's unchecked. So number 3 is my main monitor. You want that at your far left, preferably. But what's more important is you want your DK2, which is my number 1. You want this exactly directly to the right of that. If it's here, that's not good. It has to be to the right of your main monitor. Then the other thing you have to do is select that, make sure it's the same resolution. You're going to make sure that's landscape flipped, and more important here, extend desktop to this display, and that's it. Apply that. Okay, so now what you want to do is go to Steam and library. You want to play VR games, so you can go straight to VR. Scroll right down to the bottom. You want the beta version of SteamVR. If you do not see that beta, you need to change it to beta. So right click, properties, and then here betas. If it says none there, you have to opt out of all betas. You want to select beta, apply. If it says apply, close, it'll download it because I've just changed it over again. There you go. Play, and this time, and let me cancel that again so you can actually see it. Close that. So there you can see there's a blue screen there in the Oculus. Now if we go to SteamVR and press play, it turns black, flashes, you got SteamVR is running, you can hear that, and maybe I should turn off the flashlight. Let's stop that first. So let's turn off the flashlight, back to my camera, and hopefully you can see the home bit there. There you go. So there we are, connected. The next thing you have to do is the SteamVR Setup. Now it should be up here. Once you start SteamVR, they should all appear there. So when you go to your room setup, press play in VR, choose whichever one you're going to do. Standing I'm going to do. Well, you're not using a Vive, so you can put it wherever you want. Press next. Place it in the center, calibrate your center. Now I think you can also get OpenVR, advanced settings, that helps a bit. Now this is the important part. A lot of people start this and they say, why is my DK2 view right at the floor? Now you do not want to place it on the floor and do 0 centimeters at all. Just place it on your desk, stand up, place it on your head. So like I'm 180 centimeters tall, so let's just say I'm going to be 170 centimeters. Yeah, as long as it's thereabouts. So hold it there, or make sure it's on a flat surface. Like my desk 70 centimeters, I can even do that. There's my desk, 70 centimeters. Calibrate. That's it. Next time you start, should be you won't be on the ground anymore. And hopefully that will fix most of your problems. The most important thing is this: your DK2 has to appear on this display list. So like I said, the problem's even worse if you've got two monitors, because you need to make sure your second monitor's on your far right, the DK2 in the middle, your main monitor, so again there, main monitor, even though it's number 3, is on the left. I mean, you can probably do it like that as well. It's just that, yeah, this is just how you set up your monitors. So there, that's what mine's like. That's it. Hopefully that'll help everybody, and on to the next problem.